So Matt's asked me for a demo or review of this coffee machine, so I thought I'd show you some of the bits. It is a big piece of kit, as you can see. If I pop a coffee mug next to it, you'll kind of get some idea of scale. It's a big old unit, but there are some quite cool bits which I'll show you. Firstly, if I just get rid of some of the bits off here, so trying to do it myself and video it's a bit of a challenge. I'm just going to take that tray out. So the water tank for this is right at the back, okay? But like I say, it's a big old machine. It must weigh a good 15 kilos or so. But there is this very cool little switch here, which if I unlock it there, picks the whole thing up on wheels and makes it really easy to move around. Very cool idea. But the other thing about the water tank I think is really cool is actually, if you look up here, you actually fill the water tank from the front, which is a very cool thing, I think. And there we go. So let me take you through some of the functions. So you'll see it's a little bit too big to go under my kitchen units, which really bothered me. I really worried about that, because the only place to put it in my kitchen puts it on the right, which using the milk thing I would find very irritating, because I'd keep trying to use my left hand to do it. But it's turned out not to be a problem, so let me show you why. So the first thing we need to do is actually just power the machine up. It takes a little while, so let me turn it on and I'll show you. So the first thing it's going to do is actually warm up to temperature, which is, I set it at 93 degrees for the coffee. It's warming up relatively quickly because this has been on a few minutes ago. On the left here you can set the coarseness of the grind. I haven't fully nailed that yet, it isn't quite there. 33 seems to match the ones I've tried, but you know, it takes a little while to get it there. We'll just let it warm up. From cold it takes about, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 minutes to warm up. There you go, that's done. On the right hand side there you'll see that there's a temperature for the milk as well, because it fully automates the temperature of the milk, so you can set that to whatever you want. If you set it too high, I don't know if you can see there, but the little smiley face disappears, which shows you you're actually damaging the milk and therefore the coffee. I normally aim for about 62 degrees. Yeah, so let's show you how to actually make a coffee. Now this is a dual boiler machine, which is pretty interesting because it means we can do the milk and the coffee at the same time. So all I'm going to do is take this, pop it in there, hit it to the right to start a grind. That's done. Now when you take it out, I don't know if you're going to be able to see there, but it's already tamped and everything, so that can be a little bit tricky to get the right pressure on there and also getting it level. So that's part of the automatic piece that they talk about, I guess. So I'm going to pop it in. That's all we need to do there. And of course I'm going to need a mug. There we go. I'm also going to pop my milk under there. Now I will say I've run out of the milk I normally use, so this is skimmed milk, which isn't great for coffee, but it'll serve its purpose just for this. So what I'm going to do up here, you've got two ways of doing the milk. There's manual and automatic. That's on this thing here. Okay, what I'm going to do is just press it down to do the automatic. And off it goes. Now at the same time, because it's dual boiler, I can always do my coffee as well. You see that the milk's coming up to temperature there. There we go, it auto cuts off at the temperature we want. Now like I say, this isn't the right milk. I wouldn't normally use skim milk for coffee. It doesn't seem to work so well. You can kind of see it there, it hasn't come out brilliantly. But the ones that I have tried have come out great. And there we go, we've got a coffee. Now, the milk thing here is self-purging as well, but I always tend to clean it, pop it back. And there we go, job done. Now there are also, you can also just do flat white coffee in here as well, which is pretty easy. It'll actually do the hot water and everything for you. So let me just grab another mug. Get that one out of the way. A lot of coffee here. So I'm just going to grind another drop. So that's done. Just gonna, you'll see that it's tamped it and everything there. Ah, got a bit of coffee in my tea mug, that bothers me. Anyway, I can also just do a long black. So I think this is set at a medium long black at the minute. Ooh, hit the wrong button, which is just that one. Yeah, there you go. And I don't know if you can see in there, but it'll actually do the coffee. And also out the back there, it also fills the rest up with the hot water as well. So if you like just normally white coffee rather than cappuccino or latte, for example, this is the way to do it. There's the hot water doing the rest of it. I haven't set this up, by the way, so it might do too much or not enough. There we go. So what's the difference between this and the other machines I've had? Well, I went through quite a few full bean to cup machines, you know, the fully automatic ones that also did all the milk, well, trying to do the milk automatically. They never lasted me very long, and I have to say the coffee quality was also a bit average. So I went to the other extreme and got a manual. In fact, I got the smaller one of this, which, you know, it's got the grinder, you have to tamp your own coffee and then you have to steam your own milk, which is fine if you've got the time to do it. And also, if you've got the skill, I find, you know, I can't reproduce the same coffee the same way every single time. Sometimes I get the milk a bit wrong, or a little bit too much coffee, or it's been tamped too much. What you get with this is the tricky bits, which is the grinding and tamping, and also doing the milk. It's fully automated. You get it set up how you want, so you get the coffee that you like, and it will do the same thing every time. I also like the fact that I can set the temperature appropriately. Trying to set the temperature previously, I'd have things like these temperature gauges everywhere and stuff like that, and invariably it never come out exactly how I wanted it, but with this it's exact, and it seems to be the every single time as well. And I have to say, what it's done with the milk works really well. So far, really impressed with it. It is a little bit bigger than I was expecting, but yeah, so far I think it's good. For those in the US, by the way, I think it's marketed under Breville over there rather than Sage, so it'll be a Breville Oracle, I imagine, over there. But yeah, great bit of kit so far.